Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel here at Uganda Growers. In today's video, I want to share with you people something so touching and so emotional in this business of broiler farming. Why broilers are not growing, or why my broilers have stopped growing. Yeah, I've been raising broilers for about now 2 years and things have been performing really good. But in this particular batch is about our 7th batch or 8th batch when we are doing raising broilers, and by the 4th week we could be above 1.5 to 1.6 kg. But all of a sudden our broilers stopped growing, and what happened was the birds just stopped growing. And when they stopped growing, we kept assessing the situation, but we didn't understand what was causing the issue of the birds not to grow. But we came to realize that there are a few things that inspired, okay? And those are the things I want to share with you. Yeah. So our broilers stopped growing because of two things, which I'm going to share with you, such that you may also avoid that particular thing. Yeah, one of the things that happened was change of feeds. Okay, normally there is a company we've been using, and but we wanted to try out some new company. Okay, and that company we bought the feeds. After buying the feeds, we had to stock the pellets, the grower pellets, the starter pellets, and the finisher pellets. So we stocked enough feeds, and we kept to realize that this was poor quality feeds. Okay, so our number one thing as to why the birds don't grow was poor quality feeds. Okay, for the birds to grow, they have to have serious nutrients, and that is number one is they should have proteins, high in proteins or rich in proteins. The energy levels should be high, and also the vitamins should be also high. But if all these things are not involved in the food, then it's going to be a poor quality feeds. So when you buy feeds, make sure that you understand the company which is supplying to you the feeds. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of big cost, because the birds will not grow. Okay, the birds will be underweight. Right now, that's what we are suffering at our farm. Okay, we bought poor quality feeds from a company which we thought things would work, but things failed to work out. So meaning that next time, this should not be your mistake. Okay, if there is anything that you are trying out, please don't try in your business. Maybe try on a small number of birds. Okay, and also buy feeds from a trusted company, from a trusted supplier. We've been buying from a company which was working for us, but then this company came and we wanted to give it a trial, but things are really bad. So number one thing is poor quality feeds can actually make your birds not to perform very well, and not to add the weight, not to grow. And once the birds fail to grow, even if you give them which type of feeds, they will actually not grow. Okay, so poor quality feeds, they are things that make the birds not to grow. And also buying from untrusted suppliers. Always buy feeds from a trusted supplier, trusted company. And if something is working for you, say no from changing. Okay, don't change. Always stick there and just replicate the process. Yeah, so right now we have a bunch. This bunch we are raising right now, they are in their 4th week, but things are not working out. Okay, so what you do, make sure that you are on a right track. Another point or another thing that affects the growth or which has made our birds not to grow easy feeding them on moldy feeds. What am I meaning here? The time we were bringing our feeds, it was on the truck. So when we were bringing the feeds, actually rain came, and when rain comes, it hammered us for some time before we got the tarpaulin to cover the tukutuku. We brought feeds on the tukutuku and we didn't have the tarpaulin to cover. So rain came and attacked us on the road. So when it attacked, it found that we didn't have the tarpaulin to cover. So the feeds, as we stocked, the feeds started molding. So meaning that it lost some content. That was number 2, feeding on moldy feeds. It is going to be affecting your poultry, your birds, mostly broilers. And what I'm sharing with you, it can be as a joke, but these are things which are really affecting broiler farmers. You find a person is crying, but yet these are the few things which are affecting them. Okay, so for you to be free from them, make sure that you are putting in place systems. 1, transport feeds earlier, so that when the weather is bad, it finds when you already have a safe storage, okay, of your feeds. Buy feeds from a trusted supplier. Then the other thing is overcrowding. Avoid overcrowding your birds. When you overcrowd the birds, it's a big thing that will affect your birds. The birds will grow and they will not add the weight, okay? The heat is going to be too much in the house, hence leading to infections. Yeah. So the last thing that affected our birds from growing is the disease challenges. In this batch, we faced a big challenge of 2 infections. That is coccidiosis and cough. It attacked us. You know, this is a dry season we are in, so meaning there is a lot to do with the cough. Yeah. So we tried to apply all the antibiotics, but the things have actually not worked out so well. So one thing you need to know, once the birds are affected with sicknesses like gumboro, Newcastle, coccidiosis, cough, those are things which are going to actually make the birds to be stunned, okay? And when the birds are stunned, I'm telling you, they are not going to perform very well. The growth is going to be slow, or it's going to be very little. So what you need to do is make sure that you vaccinate your birds from Newcastle, gumboro, so that when those infections come, you give it an antibiotic earlier and it will respond. But if you don't vaccinate your birds from Newcastle, gumboro, when any infection comes, it's going to just affect the growth of your birds. So make sure that these 3 things, you avoid them from your farm. Otherwise, if you don't, your birds are not going to grow. Poor quality feeds, overcrowding, and then lastly is disease challenges. Make sure that you try so much to prevent the outbreak of infections onto your farm. Yeah, so thank you for watching this video. If this video has added some value on you, please like, share, leave a comment section, and tell us what you want us to share about in the next video. Catch you very soon in another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.